I never did have to cross the river, because here we are. Here's Windhelm. It's not too late, even. Snow's falling again. The first city we ever saw in Skyrim, when we first arrived on the ship, with accompanied craziness of people running around the dock and diving in the water, and goodness knows what else was going on. So, what's going on? Hold on a second. This is typical for Skyrim, isn't it, really? There's always a problem. What is going on up here? Who is this? That's a robber.
There's no escape. You've already lost.
There we go. Well, you did look like you could take care of yourself, but I thought I'd just check on you. No, I was just wondering if you were okay. Everything fine? Okay. I was just saying what a lovely place Skyrim is. There we go. He looked like he'd hand himself, but I thought, you know, a couple of stabs and a bite from Miko was going to help out a little bit. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so I think I'm going to go and spend a nice relaxing night in the inn. And in the morning, you right, fella? I'm going to return this sword. Yeah, I'm going to book a passage back to Cyrodiil. Well, good morning, and look at me all dressed up in my fine gear. Although, actually, saying that, I think I am still wearing my braces, which I don't really need those anymore. I could do with a pair of gloves, but I don't think I do I have a pair of gloves. Gloves of the pugilist. Sure. How do they look? They're a bit much, aren't they? Well, they're warm. Okay, I'll wear them. I don't expect to get into a fight with anybody, but they're nice and warm on this chilly day. I'm just going to go and do my final task, as I recall it. Let's go and give this gentleman the sword he was so desperately after. What was he after again? I think he said he was trying to make a copy of the sword, but he'd like to have the original. I can't imagine why. Excuse me, Uncle.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about.
Well, he is very good, but I must admit I never bought much off him. He seemed to have what he made was. Excuse me. What he made was very good. Who is shoving me? Don't mind me, will you? What he made was pretty basic stuff. I'm just sure it's very high quality. Here we go. Crane Freydis' sword.
Still sharp. I'll present this to the Jarl later. As for you, let me show you some smithing techniques.
Oh, nice of you to take home. I guess it would be more useful than, you know, nice to expand your repertoire. I mean, I'm good at making jewellery, but nice to have some options to work on other things if you need to, weapons and armour. I have learned a little bit of that while I've been here, but there you go.
If you meet anyone in your travels who needs good steel, send them my way.
Thank you, Uncle. Just wondering, I've got a few bits and pieces that I've found along the way that I can take home. I wonder if I've got enough in my inventory to make any nice jewellery to take home for me. I'm just thinking of bringing home, not quite souvenirs, but you know what I mean. Oh wow, that was that sapphire I found, wasn't it? I think I'm going to do that actually. Yes, there we go. A nice present to take home to the wife. A sapphire from Skyrim. Where was that? A gold sapphire ring. There it is. Not bad. I've not lost my touch. I can still make a nice piece of work if I want to. Right. Off, I think, the dogs.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Thank you very much, but I'm hoping the battles are over for now. Well, here we are. I've booked my passage, and the ship will be apparently ready to go in another half or day or so. So I thought I'd spend the remainder of my time in a bit of quiet contemplation here. In the temple, and under the watchful gaze of the mighty Talos. It'd be a shame to get back home and not be able to worship in the same way, with Talos worship being banned back in the Empire, so I'll take the advantage while I can. It's a very relaxing place to be in here. Without the dog, of course. It has been one heck of a journey, hasn't it, really? I have no idea how long I've been in Skyrim now. I really don't. It feels like, I don't know, months ago that I arrived here and began my first journeys, my first pilgrimage with the terrible sketchy fan. I'm embarrassed now to think of the plan that I had, the vague plan I had of just walking around the country to visit the temples. I just didn't know. I think I realised very early on that I just didn't know what I was letting myself in for, really. The enormity of the task I'd set myself, and the dangers and the risks and everything else. I don't know what went through my head, really. But I achieved it, though. And I've done many good things in the temples, and along the way helped people out. I've made life a little better for many people, I think. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, really, I've not achieved very much, but then I think that big things are really achieved through big actions. I think normally it's the little things that you do that make the most difference in the world, and sometimes those little bits of happiness are what makes the world a better place, and that's what I hope I've done. I'm not regretting leaving. It's been an adventure, but I always knew it would come to an end, and I've achieved what I want to do. And it would be nice to come home and go home and see my family again, see my wife, see how the shop is doing, and I feel comfortable now that I can. You know, I'd felt in my life that I hadn't done enough. My life was, it was on a set track. Work in the shop, sitting out in the evenings, and that was pretty much it. And I've done more with that. I'm more content now with having done what I've done. And I've got enough stories now, I think, to keep myself in drinks in the local bar for a very long time to come. There's a couple of things to tie up, though. I don't know what the faithful companion is going to do. I have no idea what he's going to do. I know I think of him. I know he's a dog, but I think of him like a companion. And I don't know if he wants to come back on the ship. I guess we'll find out when it comes to time to leave. I don't know what to do. I've also been thinking about the people I couldn't help, and on the very first day I was here, I met a young lady. Must be Sophie, I can't remember. Someone selling flowers on the cold streets, and I was immediately shocked by the idea of a young person living on the street like this. And I wondered if maybe one of the final things I could do would be to see if maybe she'd like to come and live somewhere warmer and nicer. It's one of those decisions again. I think I've made enough snap decisions in my life, but the last one I did worked out pretty well in coming here, so maybe that's another one that's a good idea. I mean, who knows what I'm not a young man anymore, and I'm not sure what my wife would say if I suddenly brought back an orphan. But there you go. That's just a thought that passed through my mind. And if she is still out on the street somewhere, and she doesn't want to leave, this is her home after all, no matter how hard her life might be here, I think we could possibly do something else and arrange things so that she would never feel scared and never feel cold at night ever again, because she'll have a big friendly companion to look after her. Someone we know is quite capable of looking after themselves and faithful and will look after someone else very well indeed. And maybe that will solve both questions in my mind in one neat little parcel. So there we go. Thank you for joining me on this pilgrimage, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And if so, I'll see you again next time.